Bills for a spot in the AFC Championship game. Denver, the top seeds of the AFC playoffs, will go through the Mile High City. Early second quarter, Bills up 7-3 and driving. James Cook gets popped by Alex Singleton. Talanoa Hufanga falls on it. Cook's fourth lost fumble this season. His first 3 seasons combined, he had 3. Broncos take over and started to march into plus territory here. Bo Nix to Marvin Mims, who had 8 catches on 8 targets. Here picks up 27. He was huge on a day in which Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin both left with injury. 3 plays later, that's offensive tackle eligible Frank Crum. Doesn't leave crumbs. He's 315, 6'7".
Go ahead, big fella.
Big fella touchdown. Broncos brought in Detroit OC, former OC, Johnny Morton. He said he ran this play against the Bills last year. Broncos up 10-7. 30 seconds to go in the half. Nix caps an 11-play, 70-yard drive, 29 yards to little Jordan Humphrey, who atoned for an end zone drop on the opening drive of the game. Thinks he's put Denver up 7 at the half, but 16 seconds left. Bills out of timeouts. 10 playing a 17. I didn't realize that was a double down. They risk it. Josh Allen coughs up the ball. Nick Benito punches it out. And Devin Key scoops it for Denver with 2 seconds left in field goal range. Will Lutz would cash in. Denver gets 3 free points. They're up 20-10 at the break. Opening drive of the second half. 2 plays in. Benito again tags Allen from behind. Malcolm Roach on it. 2 fumbles lost by Allen in less than 1 minute of game time. Broncos settle for a field goal. They're up 13. But the Bills then, given life, 9 plays, 73 yards. Allen hits Keon Coleman, his only catch, pulls Buffalo within 6. 5 minutes to go in the third. After a Bo Nix pick, Allen tries to hit Curtis Samuel for a go-ahead touchdown. Finds P.J. Locke, who is gainfully employed by the Broncos. Interception. Denver gets a turnover, but would punt on their next drive. They're up 6. After 3. Fourth quarter, Bills continue to find their rhythm offensively, getting it back. Longest play for either team on the afternoon. Khalil Shakir, yak, picks up 46. 7 catches, 75 yards for the college Bronco out of Boise State. Buffalo into the red zone. 3 plays later, Allen, a dot to Dalton Kincaid. 6 catches on 6 targets for a team-high 83 yards. Bills back in front. But Bo Nix and the Broncos take over with just over 4 minutes left. On a 3rd and 11, Cortland Sutton for 25. His first 3 receptions of the game were on this drive. 3 plays later, Nix deep to Mims. He picked a great day to have a great day. 8 catches, a game-high 93 yards. That score, Broncos go up 3, Trev, but with a whole lot of time left for the reigning MVP.
It was time for Josh Allen to lock in, and that's exactly what he did. On the ensuing Bills drive, about 30 seconds to go in the game, 2nd and 10. Allen looking and finding Shakir, who does the old hook and lateral. Ray Davis gains 27, doesn't get out of bounds, so the clock starts to run, but the trickery pays off for sure. A few plays later, it's 4th and 10. Matt Prater out to kick the 50-yarder to keep this game and the season alive for Buffalo, and drills it. He is true. Buffalo ties it at 30, so we need a little overtime. After a failed Broncos drive, Josh Allen and the crew are out there hoping to keep it going. It's 3rd and 10. From his own 36, it's a deep ball to Brandon Cooks. However, Jaquan McMillan comes down with this interception, and I was astonished that they did not take more time to review this, because as you see, they tumble to the earth. Eventually, McMillan comes out with it. There was no real discussion surrounding Brandon Cooks actually having possession before the ball got ripped from him. Regardless, Broncos with a massive turnover and earned themselves another chance. And what would Bo Nix do with it? From his own 47, finding looking for Cortland Sutton. That one falls incomplete, but a flag is thrown. Taron Johnson would grab the arm of Sutton. You see there a little bit more than just the hand fighting that they usually let fly. Pass interference gets called, and on the very next play, Nix keeps it around the left side and goes down. We would learn post-game that may have been the play where he broke his ankle. As you see on the replay, it's not necessarily a devastating hit.
Innocuous.
It's innocuous as all outdoors. However, he would remain in. 2nd and 12, throws it deep to Mims. It falls incomplete. However, there's more laundry on the field. Tre'Davious White gets up celebrating, all for naught, as this would get the Broncos just a little bit closer. Josh Allen kind of knows the deal. Tre'Davious White was going to get his money's worth, by the way.
Man, he was there early.
Yeah, it was no question. The hack down of the arm is what Gene Steratore was saying on the broadcast. And there is your game winner from Will Lutz. From 24 yards out, he is true. 33-30 your final. Despite the positive result, it was a brutal start to the post-game press conference for Sean Payton.
Running back, Seattle Seahawks running back for the most touchdowns in a playoff game. Ocho, this thing got started from the jump.
Hey.
It is hard to overcome. You know, special team touchdowns, Ocho, they just do something to you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it take the wind out your sails. For one, you're already playing on the goddamn road, having to deal with the 12th man. Then, obviously, you practice all week and you focus on the offense and the high-power octane that is the Seattle Seahawks offense. Then you know what they look like on defense, and then they have to deal with the special teams too. They come out and score as soon as the game starts. It already puts you behind the 8 ball. Then you can't get nothing going offensively. On top of the turnovers you have in the game, hell, you really don't stand a chance to actually, let alone win. You can't even compete playing like that. And so, I mean, damn, all 3 phases.
They dominated.
All 3 phases, they dominated the entirety of the game. At no point in the game were the goddamn 49ers in the game at all.
Taxes is feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is Taxes.
Shift. Can the Seahawks get enough of a lead when that momentum shifts where the 49ers don't have a chance to come back? Most of the time, you watch football for a very long time. Most of the time, when it does shift, the other team makes a way and finds a way to come back and crawl their way back into the game. Tonight, man.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. I don't know what that was.
It wasn't happening.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. A team only had 50 plays. Team ran 50 plays, Ocho, and get 41 points. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, we're going to take that special teams play away, but still they got 34 points on 50 plays. That's crazy. That is crazy. You cannot, in the postseason, I don't care how good your team, and we're going to talk about this, Buffalo. You turn the ball over 4 times. Now, Sean got a little conservative there.
Four.
They had 5 turnovers, my bad.
5.
But in this game right here, Seattle, man, that defense, they're good at all 3 levels. Their back end is really good. Ernest Jones, the fourth, takes the ball away. Big Leonard Williams and D-Law. DeMarcus Lawrence has found new life getting out of Dallas. He finds the guys are playing for one another. They fly to the football. Big Leonard Williams has been sensational. Man, they got guys that can make plays on the offensive side of football. They can run the football with Kenneth Walker, the third, Charbonneau. But the receiving end, they make plays. I mean, they're just a sound football team. Very, very well coached. And I think the thing is, defensively, Ocho, when you watch them, they don't do a whole lot.
No.
I mean, from what I see, they play some quarters and maybe man down in the red zone. But other than that, simplicity. Let's do a few things great as opposed to doing a lot of things okay.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why defensively, most of the time they're really not ever out of position because they do the simple things and they do the simple things very, very well. Obviously, when you have the personnel that they do have defensively, it makes it a lot easier. We don't have to do all the exotic shit. You don't have to confuse your opponent with all type of different coverages and schemes and tactics to be able to do things. And the fact they were able to put up 41 points tonight, minus, let's like you said, let's take out the return from Shaheed. They still put up 34, 35 goddamn points. Sam Darnold tonight, he was only 12 17. But 124. That's it. 1 TD to JSN. That was it. That is how good they played tonight. Kenneth Walker Jr. played well. Cooper Kupp led the team with 5 for 60. But that goddamn defense, boy. That goddamn defense. I'm not sure who they're gonna play. I don't know who they're gonna play. Obviously, we'll find out tomorrow.
I'm not sure it matters.
With the 5 o'clock game.
Ocho, I'll be honest with you, Ocho. And you never want to put the cart in front of the horse in front of the cart. Well, that's where it goes. Right. The cart in front of the horse.
The cart in front of the horse.
The horse got to pull the cart. When you look at Ocho, when you just look at them and the way rally to the effing football. I mean,
Oh
it's not
yeah.
one. I'm like, well, hold on. Hey, ref, I think they got too many men on
You
the
sure it's
field.
11?
Ain't no way in hell, bro. Hey, nah. We only supposed to have 11.
Hey.
They got to have 13.
Mhm.
Ain't no way they
Yeah.
get to the ball that quick.
Mhm.
And they do.
That's exactly what it looks like.
The
Yeah.
front four,
That's
they
exactly
can
what it looks
generate pressure. Occasionally, they'll come with a blitz. But most of the time, they just generate pressure with that front four. Hey, that number
like.
three, ooh. But if you look at them, they play defense just like the old Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom basically
Yeah.
played one cover. They played single high
Mhm.
robber. We call it was
Mhm.
back then. They used to call it lurk. Cam Chancellor
Lurk,
lurking,
yeah.
looking to pick off any crossers. They call it robber now. He's
Anything.
looking to rob the crossing route or the end. Other than that, that's it. That's all they played.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at this team,
Listen.
they're a very
Mhm.
simplistic coverage team. Good luck getting up
Yeah.
against Spoon and Wolin. Got Love at
Mm.
safety. You got Ernest Jones the third, the fourth, and then you got those guys just swarm the D line just swarm. They're
Yeah.
fundamentally sound. McDonald. This is a really tough because Ben Johnson could get Coach of the Year. Vrabel could get Coach of the Year. D'Amico Ryan
Mike
can get Coach of the
McDonald
Year.
is well.
McDonald up in
Mike
Seattle could
McDonald's
get
well
Coach of the
deserving.
Year. I
Yeah.
mean, look, there are a lot of worthy candidates. Hell, Sean Payton can get Coach of the Year. There are a lot of worthy candidates. But the job that McDonald has done with this team in his short time
Yeah.
there, this is only the second year.
Yeah.
Only the second
Yeah.
year.
Phenomenal.
And here it is. They're
Phenomenal
in the
job.
NFC Championship game with that game on their home field. Go ahead, Ocho.
The funny thing about it too, those that are in the chat that are watching, now you understand the importance of a quarterback. You look at some of the teams that have struggled, and it's just goes to say for Sam Darnold, situations matter. Where you go matters. Coaching matters. The personnel that
Organizations
surrounds you.
matter. I don't give a damn. Tom
Organizations
Brady could
matter.
go to the Jets. He ain't gonna be to do what we know.
Well, yeah, what we're used to seeing. So, I mean, Sam Darnold is in the perfect situation. I know I've said it multiple times on the show. I know Minnesota is kicking themselves in the foot,
What do you mean
for
kicking
actually
themselves in
allowing
the
him to
ass?
get out.
It's kind of hard to kick
Oh, my
yourself in the
bad.
foot. But I get what you said. We get it. We know what you saying, Chad. Come on, now that's Ocho, man.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to prevent from cursing. That's
Yeah.
why I said that. I'm
we
trying to prevent from
we
cursing.
know what you mean.
Right. But hey, Sam Darnold is playing exceptional.
Yes.
Playing exceptional. Obviously, I've been worried about him. He's been turnover
Yeah,
prone.
he's been very
Throughout.
inconsistent. You're right.
I think he had 20, but he had 20 something interceptions, huh?
He had 20 plus turnovers.
At 20 plus turnovers. So I was worried about him going into the playoffs. I was hoping he just took care of the ball because the defense was so well. And if they can play defense the way they played tonight and special teams, they do what they need to do. And Sam Darnold doesn't put the ball in harm's way and just allow offensively whatever the defense
Just
gives
don't
you,
lose it.
just take it. Yeah, just don't lose the game trying to
do
make
too much.
bad situations even worse.
You're right, Ocho. And when you look at this team, like I said, they're very well coached. They're disciplined. They're good in the special teams area, especially on punt kick return, because he is a Pro Bowl player. On their special teams, on the other end, they do a great job of tackling. They pin you down. They don't give you big plays. They make you nickel and dime your way down the field, and that's the best way to play defenses. Defense is not to give up anything cheap, anything deep. I believe if you have to consistently drive the ball 10, 12, 15 plays, I believe I can make you turn it over as opposed to giving up a one or two, a 60-yard run or a 50-yard pass play. I believe if I make you go first down, first, second, convert third down, first, second, convert third down. I believe if I make you continuously have to nickel and dime your way down the field, I believe you'll stub your toe. I believe you'll make a mistake. And that's all I need.
Yeah. And you know what else is good? If you look at the landscape of the teams that are left, let's say for the NFC in general, you look at a game like tonight offensively, Christian McCaffrey causes an issue regards to who they're playing because they can create mismatches by using him in a multitude of ways offensively. But because the goddamn Seahawks are so good in all three levels, whether it be the front, whether it be the second level or they goddamn back end, they match up so extremely well. Some of the things that Christian McCaffrey is able to exploit when they're playing other teams, when you play somebody like Seattle, it's not happening. Like he had some runs, he wasn't able to do what he normally does. And Nah, there were no gasses tonight, and boy, they was putting the hat on him tonight, boy. Boy, they was putting the hat on him tonight, boy.
But I mean,
My
Ernest Jones, the
goodness.
fourth, had 2 takeaways. He had a pick, had a forced
Hmm.
fumble, ripped it out on the tight end. But I
Tight
thought,
end,
look,
yep.
from about for like the last month, after what they did to
Uh-huh.
the Rams, they showed me
Hmm.
something. Being down like they
Yeah.
were, and finding a way to get up off the mat and to win that game in
Yeah.
overtime in the fashion. Not only did they tie, because the Rams go right down the field in overtime, get a touchdown, PAT, they're up 7, and for Seattle to match it, to go down the field, and then say, you know what, we ain't doing no more overtime because the next score win. We're gonna win it or lose it right here, and they say, you know
Yeah.
what, we're gonna win it. And Sam Darnold did a great job. Seattle's gonna be a tough out, Ocho. They're gonna be tough. I don't care.
Yeah.
Look, the game. Obviously, we can say the game favors Chicago because they practice in that and they play more often in those kind of conditions than the
Right.
Rams. But
Conditions.
anything can
Yes.
happen on a
Right.
given Sunday. That's why we love football so much, because it's one thing. It's one game. It's win or go home. There is no tomorrow. There's
Yeah.
finality once postseason. It's not
Hmm.
like that in any other sport. They say game 7.
Hmm.
There's nothing like game 7. Well, in the NFL, every playoff game is a game 7. Whether it's the
Hmm.
wild card, divisional, or the AFC championship. Obviously, the Super Bowl, we know what that is. But every playoff game in the
Yeah.
postseason, every playoff game in the NFL is a game 7. No other sport has
Hmm.
that. Because I get 4
Right.
chances, all I got to do, I got to beat you 4 times. But it doesn't
That's
work like
it.
that in the NFL. I ain't got to beat nobody 4 times. I gotta win. If I
Right.
win 4 games, Ocho, I probably, if I'm a wild card, I'm gonna be the Super Bowl champ.
I'm holding up the trophy.
In the
Yeah.
other sports, if you win 4 games, all you did was advance to the next round.
Oh yeah.
Win 4 games in the
Crazy.
NFL in the postseason, you Super Bowl champs. But look,
Hmm.
San Francisco, the injuries, the in and out, they lost Trent for a minute. The wide receiver, I thought they played well, but sometimes,
Hmm.
team just has your number. Teams
Oh
just have
yeah.
your number.
Oh, they had it.
Seattle is.
This.
I'm not so sure if
Uh-huh.
the 49ers have all their pieces that they're a better football team than Seattle.
Um, when I think about it, I think about if they had Bosa, if they had Fred Warner.
Okay, yeah. Because you got to be, because they can't
I
get pressure on the quarterback, Ocho. It's so hard for them to get
right.
pressure, and you got to have somebody that can win quick. You need somebody that can win
Yeah.
right now, that can win
Hmm.
his one-on-one matchup. And they don't really have that. Fred Warner's not going to make
No.
some of the mistakes that these guys were making. They're trying to go under
Right.
and they get pinned and it spits out, or they go over and the guy cuts back. Fred is not going to make some of the mistakes. He's too veteran of a player. He's going to read and
Hmm.
diagnose what's going on a lot sooner than these guys. But I
Right.
think from look, and these games are always close. Normally,
Yes.
normally. The first time they
Hmm.
played up in Seattle, the 49ers won, but it was a very close ball game. The second time, it
Right.
was a 13-3 ball game. The 49ers felt that, you know what, if we eliminate some of these turnovers, Ocho, we like our chances because
Right.
we've already been here and won before. So it's not like it's foreign to us. It's like it's out of the realm of possibility that we can
Right.
win because we've won here before.
Hmm.
So you feel somewhat good. You like to have Bosa
Yeah.
because you had Bosa when you won the first time. You had Fred Warner
Yes.
when you won the first time. You had Kittle when you won the first time. So you would have liked to have some of
Yes.
those pieces, but you got what you got. You got what you
Yeah.
got.
I mean,
Seattle look good.
you got to make. Yeah, you got to make do with what you have. Obviously, I think it hurts not having Kittle, not having Bosa, not having
Yeah.
Fred Warner. But when you think about it, when it comes to this time, when it comes to playoff time, there are a lot of teams that have injuries. Maybe not
Yeah.
injuries to some of their star players to the extent of that of the 49ers, but you got to make do with
You
what you
do.
got. You got to make do with what you got. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. I think for the 49ers,
It's
they
hard
shouldn't
for
hang their
me
head.
to, that I've
They're
had
gonna
a
be right
chance to
back in
look at. It's
position
hard for me to understand why.
They'll be right back in position next year. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at the 49ers, maybe a D lineman, maybe a corner. Losing Huff Fafanga, who's in Denver right now. Their safeties, man, I
Yeah.
just don't know. The pass did jig, but I don't know what 36 was looking at. I don't know what he's looking at. Ocho,
Hey,
why would he look back inside? The quarterback is
one
rolling
in the end zone?
towards the sideline. You look back inside,
Right.
and he throws it, and Jigba slides and catches it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
Yeah. That was a nice drop in the bucket too, now.
I mean, he looking like
That
his
was a
mom
nice
called
drop.
him. Like he heard somebody. You called me, Mom? No. Oh man, see, Ocho. I mean, when I go to games, this is why, and we're gonna talk about the Broncos. This is why I came, man. I see some stuff, bro. I'm like, bro, what? Okay. Come here, son. Come here. Let me ask you something right quick. Tell me what you saw. What did you see?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you got to understand too, Unc. Now, when you're watching the game from a fan perspective, even though you've played the game, and when you're watching from an eye level view,
They're
as
all
you were
22.
today, huh?
That's the
Sometimes,
20. That was 22. Because we can see everything up high, Ocho.
yeah. Sometimes, what we see with a clear
Yeah,
eyesight,
they can't
not the
see.
same when you
Not at eye
feel
level.
fire. Yeah, and the bullet is flying. And, it's a thinking man's game
Yes.
out there, huh? Thinking man's game. So one mistake, one slip up, one step
Hesitate,
behind,
you
well,
beat.
you done. You look the wrong way, you hesitate, you peek in the backfield. That's all it
The only
takes.
thing that I tried to do,
That's all
Ocho.
a
Go ahead.
millisecond.
Go ahead. You say, yeah,
I'm gonna say,
hesitate,
I
you
say it
beat.
takes a millisecond, and you out of
Yeah.
position.
The only thing that I really emphasize, Ocho, is that I never tried to get beat on what I've seen on tape.
Uh-huh.
If I know a guy
Ooh,
like
that's
to
a good
cross face, I can't let you beat me cross.
one.
Now, if you step cross like you gonna cross my face and come out the backside, we need to get a different running back because he too goddamn slow to hit the
Right.
hole. Other than that, Ocho, you're gonna
Yeah.
have drops. You're gonna make some mistakes. But as
Yes.
I remember Pat Sertan, I got a chance to holler at him. I saw his dad. I saw his dad also talk to him. I say in the playoffs, there are no incidental plays. Every play matters. See, in the regular season, Ocho, sometimes the first quarter play might not have an impact in the rest of the game. But in the postseason, every play matters. Every
Yeah.
play matters. And so you're like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll get it back. But that's the difference. Now all of a sudden, instead of a 7-point, you got 3. Now that's 4-point swing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought both. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this game. We'll come back to this. The Broncos beat the Bills in overtime, head to the AFC title game. Will Lutz made a 23-yard field goal to win it in overtime following 2 late penalties to get Denver in the red zone. Bo Nix passed for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 1 interception. Josh Allen threw for 283, 3 touchdowns, but he had 4 of Buffalo's 5 turnovers. But the big news came after the game, Ocho, when Sean Payton took the podium. Let's take a listen to what he had to say